Welcome to the land of breathtaking beauty, ancient heritage, and boundless wonder. Welcome to Kenya, the heart of Africa, a country where the whispers of history echo through the winds of the Great Rift Valley, where lions roam freely in golden savannas and snow-capped mountains rise gracefully above the equator. But beyond the wildlife, beyond the safaris and postcards, lies a story the world rarely hears. A story of people, culture, innovation, and mystery. A story that reveals the untold facts about Kenya that will leave you truly speechless. Did you know that Kenya is the only country in the world named after a mountain? Or that its capital city, Nairobi, is the only one with a national park just minutes from its skyline? And that deep within its soil lie fossils linking humanity to its earliest roots. From the cradle of mankind to the digital age of innovation, from the rhythmic dances of the Maasai to the mighty roar of the lions in the Mara, Kenya is a nation that breathes life into every part of Africa's soul. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden truths, astonishing wonders, and powerful heritage that make Kenya not just another African country, but a living masterpiece, a land of pride, strength, and unshakable spirit. So sit back, relax, and let's journey through the untold facts about Kenya that will leave you speechless. Because in Kenya, every hill, every smile, and every heartbeat tells a story the world deserves to hear. At number 10, we uncover one of Kenya's most extraordinary distinctions, a fact that sets this nation apart from every other country on Earth. Kenya is the only country in the world named after a mountain, the majestic Mount Kenya. Standing tall at 5,199 meters above sea level, Mount Kenya is the second highest peak in Africa, rising proudly from the heart of the country, a symbol of beauty, strength, and unity for its people. What makes it even more fascinating is that this mighty mountain, with its snow-capped peaks, rests just a few kilometers from the equator, a rare and breathtaking wonder of nature. Imagine snow and ice shimmering under the tropical African sun, a contradiction only nature could create, and Kenya proudly calls it home. Long before the modern borders were drawn, the mountain was known to the Kikuyu people as Kirinyaga, meaning the place of brightness, or the mountain of whiteness. They believed it was the sacred dwelling place of Nai, their god, a symbol of divinity, purity, and the eternal bond between the land and its people. When the British explorers first arrived, they heard the name Kirinyaga from the locals, and over time, it evolved into Kenya, a name that would later represent not just a mountain, but an entire nation's identity. So, every time the name Kenya is spoken, it echoes the spirit of that sacred mountain, a reminder of endurance, resilience, and the unshakable pride of the Kenyan people. Mount Kenya isn't just a mountain. It's the soul of a nation, the heart of a people, and the peak from which Kenya draws its name, its strength, and its story. That's why Kenya proudly stands alone, as the only country in the world named after a mountain. At number 9, we journey back in time, to where the story of all humanity truly began. Welcome to Kenya, the land proudly known as the Cradle of Humankind. Beneath Kenya's sunlit plains and rugged landscapes lies one of the world's greatest treasures, the Turkana Basin, a place where science and history meet, and where the secrets of human existence have been carefully preserved for millions of years. It is here that archaeologists have uncovered some of the oldest human fossils ever found, remains dating back more than 4 million years. Each discovery, each fragment of bone or ancient tool, is a silent witness to where humanity first stood, walked, and began its remarkable journey across the earth. The Turkana region, in northern Kenya, has become a living museum of our shared origins, a sacred ground where scientists, explorers, and historians continue to unearth clues about who we are and where we came from. Among the most famous discoveries is the Turkana Boy, a nearly complete skeleton of a young Homo erectus, found along the shores of Lake Turkana. This priceless relic, over 1.6 million years old, remains one of the most important archaeological finds in human history. These discoveries don't just belong to Kenya, they belong to all of us, to every human being on the planet. Because deep beneath Kenya's soil lies the evidence that this is where our story began. The land we now call Kenya once echoed with the footsteps of our earliest ancestors, people who hunted, gathered, and built the foundations of what would become civilization itself. Their legacy still whispers through the wind that sweeps across Turkana's ancient sands. So, when we look at Kenya today, its people, its progress, its pride, we are not just looking at a nation on a map. We are looking at the birthplace of humankind, the ground zero of human existence, and a reminder that, no matter where we come from, we all share a single origin. Kenya, the true cradle of mankind. At number 8, we explore a story of strength, endurance, and human excellence, a story that has carried Kenya's name across finish lines around the world. Welcome to the birthplace of long-distance champions. Deep in Kenya's Rift Valley region, where the air is thin, the hills rise high, and the wind runs wild, lies the secret to one of the greatest athletic legacies in human history. This region has produced the world's fastest runners, men and women whose speed, stamina, and spirit have made Kenya a global powerhouse in distance running. The Kalenjin people, a community nestled within this high-altitude heartland, are the living legends of this story. Despite being a relatively small ethnic group, the Kalenjin have produced more Olympic and World Championship gold medalists in middle and long-distance running than almost any other country in the world, combined. Names like Eliud Kipchoge, the man who shattered the 2-hour marathon barrier, and countless others, have not only brought glory to Kenya, but have inspired millions around the globe. Their discipline, humility, and unwavering determination represent the very essence of the Kenyan spirit. Scientists have long studied what makes these runners so extraordinary. Is it their genetics, their training, their environment, or is it something far deeper, something within their hearts? Perhaps it is the combination of all these, the high-altitude conditions of the Rift Valley, the long runs to school as children, the culture of perseverance, and the burning desire to rise above every challenge. For the Kalenjin, running is not just a sport, it is a way of life. A rhythm that echoes through their villages, their valleys, and their generations. Each stride tells a story, of resilience, of passion, and of pride. And sir, every time a Kenyan crosses the finish line, victorious and unshaken, they carry with them not just a medal, but the spirit of an entire nation. A nation that runs with heart. A nation that runs with pride. A nation that runs for the world to see. That's why Kenya will forever be celebrated as the birthplace of long-distance champions. At number 7, we witness one of nature's most breathtaking spectacles, a scene so powerful, so moving, that it has been rightfully named one of the 7 new wonders of the world. Welcome to the home of the great wildebeest migration. Every year, like clockwork, the endless plains of East Africa come alive with thunderous movement. More than 1.5 million wildebeests, joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, embark on a perilous journey, a migration unlike any other on Earth. Their path stretches from Tanzania's Serengeti to the golden grasslands of Kenya's Maasai Mara, crossing the mighty Mara River, where the circle of life unfolds in its rawest form. The air fills with the pounding of hooves, the cries of young calves, and the roars of predators waiting in the shadows. It is a test of endurance, courage, and survival. The Mara River crossing is both beautiful and brutal. As the wildebeests plunge into the rushing waters, some fall to the jaws of crocodiles, while others make it safely across, driven by an unshakable instinct to follow the rains and find greener pastures. It is nature's grand performance, chaotic, dangerous, and yet profoundly mesmerizing. For the Maasai people, who have lived alongside this phenomenon for centuries, the migration is more than just a spectacle. It is a sacred reminder of balance, of life, death, and renewal. It symbolizes the rhythm of existence that binds all living things together. As the sun sets over the vast Mara plains, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson, you can feel the heartbeat of Africa itself. It's in the ground, in the air, and in the timeless movement of these majestic animals. To stand in the Maasai Mara and witness the great migration is to witness life in its purest form, untamed, unfiltered, and unforgettable. This is not just a migration, it's a miracle, a natural wonder that defines Kenya's wild and eternal beauty. At number 6, we step into a city where modern life and wild nature live side by side, a place so unique that it defies imagination. Welcome to Nairobi, the only capital city in the world with a national park within its boundaries. Just a short drive from the bustling city center, where skyscrapers pierce the African sky and traffic hums through busy streets, lies a world untouched by time, the Nairobi National Park. Here, lions prowl the golden grasslands, rhinos graze in the morning sun, and giraffes stride gracefully against a backdrop of glass towers and city lights. Nowhere else on Earth can you witness such a stunning contrast, wild animals roaming freely while the modern skyline stands proudly on the horizon. It's a powerful symbol of harmony, a reminder that even in the midst of progress and technology, nature still has a home. Established in 1946, Nairobi National Park is Kenya's oldest national park, covering over 117 square kilometers of pristine savanna, open plains, and scattered acacia trees. Within its borders live more than 400 species of wildlife, including lions, leopards, buffaloes, cheetahs, zebras, and black rhinos, all just minutes away from the heartbeat of a modern capital city. To the people of Nairobi, this park is more than a sanctuary, it's a national treasure. A living reminder that progress should never come at the cost of preserving the natural world. Every sunrise over the park tells a story of coexistence, of respect, and a balance between humanity and nature. As planes take off from Nairobi's airport, you can sometimes spot herds of zebra grazing below. As office lights flicker on at dawn, the distant roar of a lion echoes through the mist. It's surreal, it's magical, and it could only happen in Kenya. So while most cities around the world race toward concrete and steel, Nairobi stands apart, a living symbol of what's possible when a nation embraces both its wild heart and its modern soul. That's why Kenya's capital, Nairobi, will forever hold the title as the only capital city on earth with a national park within its borders, a true masterpiece where nature and civilization meet in perfect harmony. At number 5, we shift from Kenya's natural wonders to a story of brilliance, creativity, and innovation, a story that proves Africa is not just the cradle of humanity, but also the cradle of the future. Welcome to Kenya, a hub for innovation and technology. In the heart of Nairobi, a new kind of revolution is unfolding. Not one of war or politics, but one of ideas. A revolution powered by the minds of young dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who are redefining what it means to innovate on African soil. Kenya has earned the nickname Silicon Savannah, a title that echoes Silicon Valley, because just like California's tech capital, Kenya has become a breeding ground for digital creativity and technological excellence. From cutting-edge startups to smart solutions that improve everyday life, Kenya is leading Africa's digital transformation, one invention at a time. And at the center of this innovation stands one remarkable creation, M-Pesa. Launched in 2007, M-Pesa became the world's first and most successful mobile money transfer system. It revolutionized how people send, receive, and store money, especially in areas where traditional banking seemed impossible. With just a simple mobile phone, people could pay bills, send money to family, or run businesses securely and instantly. This groundbreaking innovation didn't just change Kenya. It changed the world. It inspired countless other nations to embrace mobile money and digital finance as the future of economic empowerment. But Kenya's spirit of innovation goes far beyond M-Pesa. The nation has birthed tech hubs, coding schools, and creative spaces, like Nairobi's iHub, where young developers and thinkers come together to build solutions for Africa's biggest challenges. From renewable energy, to education technology, to mobile health, Kenya is proving that innovation thrives where passion and purpose meet. This is the new face of Kenya, a country that honors its past while boldly building its future. A nation that doesn't just adapt to technology, it creates it. So, when you hear the name, Silicon Savannah, remember, it's not just a nickname. It's a declaration of Kenya's unstoppable creativity, its unshakable resilience, and its rightful place at the forefront of Africa's technological revolution. That's why Kenya proudly stands as a hub for innovation and technology, where ideas become reality, and the future is built, one bright mind at a time. At number 4, we journey into the heart of Kenya's cultural soul, a story of identity, pride, and timeless tradition. Welcome to the Maasai, guardians of culture. Across the endless plains of southern Kenya, beneath the open skies and golden sunsets, live a people whose name is known across the world, the Maasai. They are one of Africa's most recognizable tribes, admired for their striking red attire, their intricate beadwork, and the deep, unwavering connection to the land. For centuries, the Maasai have stood as symbols of strength and tradition, a proud community that has held firmly to its way of life, even as the modern world evolved around them. Their culture, values, and customs have become an enduring testament to Africa's rich and diverse heritage. The Maasai are best known for the Idumu, the famous jumping dance, where young warriors, called Morans, leap high into the air in graceful competition. It is not just a dance, it is a celebration of youth, vitality, and courage, a sacred ritual that connects generations through rhythm and spirit. Their bright red shukas, or robes, stand out boldly against the vast African landscape, a color that represents bravery and unity. Their beaded jewelry tells stories of age, status, and identity, each color and pattern carrying deep meaning. But beyond their beauty and traditions, the Maasai hold something even more powerful, a spiritual bond with the land and its animals. They live in harmony with nature, herding cattle that they consider sacred, and protecting the environment that sustains them. To the Maasai, the earth is not just a resource, it is a living being, deserving of care and respect. In a rapidly changing world, where technology and urban life continue to expand, the Maasai have chosen a different path, one that preserves the wisdom of their ancestors, their language, their traditions, and the deep sense of community. They remind us all that progress should never mean forgetting who we are. The Maasai people are not only a part of Kenya's history, they are its living heritage. They stand as guardians of culture, protectors of identity, and symbols of Africa's proud and enduring spirit. That's why, even in the modern age, the Maasai remain one of the world's most inspiring communities, proof that tradition and pride can stand tall, like the warriors who lead beneath Kenya's endless sky. At number 3, we embark on a journey through the wild heart of Kenya, a story of adventure, exploration, and the magic of the natural world. Welcome to Kenya, the safari pioneer. The word, safari, is known around the world today, but its roots come from Kenya itself. Derived from the Swahili word safari, meaning journey, it captures the spirit of exploration and discovery, a journey into the wild, into the unknown, and into the beauty of nature. Kenya is widely recognized as the birthplace of modern safaris. In the early 20th century, explorers, photographers, and naturalists traveled across its vast plains, documenting the majestic wildlife that roamed freely. From the golden savannas of the Maasai Mara to the lush landscapes of Amboseli, Kenya offered a world unlike any other, a land where adventure meets wonder, and where every step brings you closer to the extraordinary. Today, Kenya remains the ultimate safari destination. Visitors from around the globe come to witness the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, buffaloes, and rhinos, in their natural habitat. They watch wildebeests thunder across the plains during the Great Migration, photograph giraffes silhouetted against sunsets, and hear the haunting calls of African elephants echoing through the night. A safari in Kenya is not just a tour, it is an immersion into life itself. It is a reminder of the delicate balance of nature, the power of the wild, and the timeless beauty that has drawn travelers for generations. Kenya's contribution to the world of safaris goes beyond tourism. It inspired a global appreciation for conservation, for wildlife protection, and for experiencing nature responsibly. It showed the world that a journey, a true safari, is not just about seeing animals, but about understanding our place in the natural world, and the responsibility we hold to protect it. So, when we speak of safaris today, we are speaking of Kenya, a country that transformed a simple word into an experience of a lifetime. A land where every journey is a story, every step a memory, and every encounter with nature unforgettable. At number 2, we step into a story of survival, resilience, and humanity's role in protecting the wild. Welcome to Kenya's Ol Pejeta Conservancy, home to one of the planet's most precious treasures, the last 2 northern white rhinos on Earth. These magnificent creatures, once roaming vast plains across Africa, have now been reduced to just 2 individuals, both carefully protected under 24-hour armed security. Every day at Ol Pejeta is a fight against extinction, a battle to preserve a species that may otherwise vanish forever. The northern white rhino is more than an animal. It is a living symbol of the fragility of our planet, and of the urgent need for conservation. Its massive body, its powerful presence, and its ancient lineage remind us that the natural world is irreplaceable, and that every species carries a story worth saving. Ol Pejeta Conservancy is not just a sanctuary. It is a beacon of hope, where scientists, conservationists, and caretakers work tirelessly to protect the rhinos, and to explore techniques like advanced reproductive science to give this species a chance at survival. Visitors to Ol Pejeta witness something profoundly humbling, the power of humanity to both endanger and save life. It is a reminder that with dedication, vigilance, and care, we can still preserve the wonders of the natural world for future generations. Kenya, a nation known for its wildlife and breathtaking landscapes, now also carries the responsibility of protecting one of Earth's rarest treasures. Here, in the heart of Ol Pejeta, hope persists against all odds. And the last 2 northern white rhinos stand as a testament to resilience, courage, and the enduring spirit of life. That is why Kenya proudly stands as the home to the world's last northern white rhinos, a nation at the front line of conservation, and a guardian of life itself. At number 1, we uncover one of Kenya's most surreal and breathtaking natural wonders, a sight so extraordinary, it feels almost otherworldly. Welcome to the magical Flamingo Lakes. In the heart of Kenya lie Lake Nakuru and Lake Bogoria, 2 shimmering bodies of water that have become a canvas for nature's artistry. Every year, millions of pink flamingos gather along their shores, turning the lakes into a sea of soft, blush-colored waves. The spectacle is nothing short of magical. As the flamingos sweep across the water in graceful formations, their reflection paints the surface in hues of pink, rose, and coral, blending with the sparkling sky above. It is a living masterpiece, a moment where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the natural world shows off its incredible beauty. These flamingos feed on the tiny algae that thrive in the mineral-rich waters, a delicate balance that sustains their massive gatherings. Each year, they return, migrating from distant regions, driven by the rhythm of nature itself. Standing at the edge of these lakes, one cannot help but feel a deep connection to the planet, to life, and to the wonder that surrounds us. The Flamingo Lakes are more than just a spectacle, they are a reminder of Kenya's incredible biodiversity, its capacity to amaze, and the magic that exists when nature is allowed to flourish. For photographers, travelers, and dreamers alike, this is a place where time seems to pause, and the imagination takes flight alongside the flocks of pink. So, when you think of Kenya, think not only of its vast savannas, majestic wildlife, and ancient history, but also of the lakes that glow with millions of pink flamingos, a surreal, unforgettable sight, a testament to the beauty, wonder, and magic of this incredible nation. This is the magical Flamingo Lakes, Kenya's crown jewel, and the perfect symbol of a land that continues to leave the world truly speechless. What a journey through one of Africa's most fascinating nations. A land where ancient history meets modern brilliance, where nature's beauty blends seamlessly with human resilience. From the towering peaks of Mount Kenya to the endless plains of the Maasai Mara, from the rhythmic beats of Nairobi's vibrant streets to the quiet whispers of the Great Rift Valley, Kenya stands proud, bold, beautiful, and alive. It is a country of dreamers, of warriors, of innovators, a nation that has shaped the past and continues to inspire the future. Every mountain, every river, every smiling face tells a story of strength, courage, and hope. If this journey through the untold facts about Kenya has left you amazed, imagine the wonders still waiting to be discovered across the African continent. Because Africa is not just a place. It's a heartbeat. It's a story. It's home. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you enjoyed learning something new today, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss out on more epic African stories just like this one. Join us again tomorrow as we uncover yet another powerful and inspiring story from the heart of Africa. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and always remember, Africa's story is your story too.